Yo yo yo, what is up YouTube? Playing some HEL today, and I'm a little I don't know how to express myself right now. I'm a little what do I say? Frazzled, man. I'm a little frazzled. So there's a couple things I want to talk about besides HEL being OP, and I'll try to get rid of them or get through them really quickly here at the start, so that way I'm not distracted and talking about random stuff the whole game. Horn shard. 2 mana potions, because I think I'm gonna start the lane. I don't know, should I contest the lane or should I start at blue with HEL? Blue is always a safer option, but I don't know. Anyways, what I was trying to say earlier was basically there's two things I want to talk about. One, do I sound different? I mean, not even do I. I know for a fact I sound different, and I didn't do anything to my microphone, by the way. I think my Logitech software, because I'm using a Yeti, just like updated or something. I don't know what happened. It's just randomly I now sound different. I don't know if it's better, worse, you know, who cares? I don't know. But looks like he's trying to invade my blue. I know this guy. He's a full PvE main. It's not like he never fights, but like, let's just put it this way. If there's a buff to be had, he will run at it at the speed of light. And like right here, he's not trading with me because he wants to go clear, which isn't a bad idea. I'm just saying he literally, like, this guy is just one of the most predictable duelers. So I actually like facing him because I always know where he's going to go, because it's just wherever the nearest buff is pretty much. But anyways, let me know if I sound better, if I sound worse. Let me know if like I should raise the volume, lower the volume of my microphone, or maybe it's like I should just try to find a way to get back to my old settings. I don't know. I've been told by 2 people now that I sound better, more clear, but I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm just biased, but like I don't hear it. I think I sound worse. I don't know. Either way, let me know, guys. Let me know. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is just real quick, while we're teeter-tottering this buff here, which I think I should just win the sustain fight. Well, I'm not gonna let you just bully me in the early game and get away with that. Like, you don't get to just fall back on your blue buff, sir. I guess we're clearing this wave. I suppose we are clearing this wave, huh? Well, I don't know what's happening, dude. Like, nothing is happening on the screen right now. We're just kind of stalemating a bit, so maybe I should just talk about what I wanted to talk about. Long story short, I played against a guy last game, and he messaged me and was like, "Did you pick HEL?" And I should have recorded it, man. I was literally just like warming up. I should have recorded it. I really should have. It would have made good content. Basically I spent all of last game just like BMing this other guy. Like he just kept calling me an ugly geek and all this other stuff. Like he just kept spamming me, calling me a geek and how I'm a loser and all this other stuff. And obviously it's toxic, right? But the thing is stuff like that doesn't really happen to me that often, you know? Like I don't usually just get straight up. Dang, I'm really disappointed he got that, not gonna lie. I really thought I was gonna get that. Well, I think he'll go for his blue before walking straight to red, so we should be able to get this for free. The only question is going to be, am I going to be able to defend my own blue buff, which we'll find out next. But yeah, that was my whole story. It's just long story short, last game, I wasn't recording, I was just warming up, and I had this guy just PMing me, being mean to me the entire game, and I was being mean back. I didn't say anything nearly as close to home, like anything personal, like calling him a freaking loser or anything. Like I was literally just like, yeah, this isn't a counter matchup, you're gonna lose, hold this L, LOL, you know, like I was just laughing at him kind of thing. And it kind of made my day, honestly. Like I don't know what that says about me as a person, but like or maybe I'm just a drama Andy, but it was just funny, dude. Like I don't have stuff like that happen to me very often, especially just like randomly off stream and stuff like that. Like usually the people that do it are trying to get attention on stream. But this is just off stream, and he was just harassing me, and it's like I don't know if he was genuinely just had a bad day, or he was genuinely trying to hurt my feelings, or if he was trolling just as much as I was. I don't know. The only thing I know is that it definitely did not hurt my feelings any. I was smiling and laughing the whole time, and I wasn't even recording, I wasn't streaming. I have no one in my room. I'm just laughing to myself at this guy just harassing me. Like I don't know if that happens to you guys ever. Like I know like console players, like they'll like message each other and stuff like that, BMing each other in the console queues, which are now the normal queues, but like I know it happens for console players and stuff, but I don't know if you PC players ever get just PM'd being called an ugly geek and like constantly. But it was a good time. I had a fun time. Talked about that a little bit longer than I would have liked to, honestly. Like I can't even explain. Oh, I can't even explain how much fun I had. Okay, that's a pretty big miss there, pal. No, that was a really good land for him. Him knocking me back. I might have been able to catch him. I'm not sure, honestly. I am not sure. I want to kill him so bad. What the heck, man? This is gonna be a bit boring to start the game, unfortunately, because there's not really too much going on. His blue buff is spawning, but I don't know if I should stay at half mana, half HP. I don't know if that's really a wise idea. No chalices or anything. Kind of got bullied out. We kind of got baited a little bit, honestly. Like, if I didn't stay to just try to dive the tower a little bit to hurt him and, like, stop his back and stuff like that, might have been able to get his blue there. So that just kind of shows that I got jebaited, man. Main thing here is just to make sure we're landing our ones as much as we can. And also, our slow is really impactful in this matchup, I think. So it just kind of like just hit me now that I haven't seen this guy since last split though. Like, I told you guys I played against this guy like 40 times, but it was all season 9. I have not played against him at all in season 10. Probably why he has a gold border, honestly, because he hasn't been playing that much. Because even if you have a bad win rate, you can get like a diamond or a masters border even with a bad win rate if you just have enough games played, so. Clear this wave. Heal my minions, although it doesn't really matter because I'm pretty sure he's just going to murder them instantly. Actually, it took him a little while to clear that. Maybe that heal did impact things there. Back up, get our Genjis. Pretty standard stuff here. Now, this video obviously hasn't gone like my usual ones. I mean, I don't know. Do I even have a pattern, guys? I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I like to try to explain like why I picked the god I did. But I just kind of started talking about like, you know, does my voice sound normal, slash better, slash worse, slash whatever. And I didn't really explain that HEL is strong. And HEL is a very strong god if it's not evident by the gameplay here. You can pressure out buffs really well. I unfortunately I messed up the timing on his blue once, and then I simply just didn't out-secure him when I definitely should have, like my character should out-secure. So I have the potential to get triple buffs here is what I'm saying, but due to my misplays, I only got double buffs. But that's what I'm saying, like I misplayed this game so far, and I still got majority of the farm on the map. I'm literally saying that my misplay was not getting quite literally everything. So therefore that should tell you that HEL's pretty strong if, you know, you're somewhat expected in a fair amount of matchups to just triple buff people. Okay, kind of owned that guy. He's going like full anti-heal. I think that's like super bait against HEL, by the way, which I have fallen into that trap as well. I'm definitely not judging this guy. But going like that much anti-heal, especially this early into the game, is definitely bait. I'm just gonna look to stop his back here, because, you know, I'll be honest, I didn't even realize he krakened until like a full second or two after. That's why I kept talking, like I didn't even realize he krakened me. But anyways, things like Toxic Blade I think are really good against HEL, but like I think the Pestilence is a bit unnecessary. Like Pestilence hurts a mage a lot to build, because it basically means you don't have cooldown, which mages love, off the Genjis, and you don't have cooldown resets, which, of course, mages love. And then you also, on top of all that, do not have MP5 for mana, for abilities, which mages love. So it's like he's basically taking a huge hit to his mana and his CDR and his sustainability overall. He's taking a huge hit just to get some anti-heal online. and, you know, be a little bit tankier, although it's barely any. And I just don't think that's worth it against a HEL. Like, I'll be honest, like, off the top of my head, maybe there's some I'm missing, but off the top of my head, I think the only gods that really you should really be thinking about Pestilence against, potentially, is, like, Anubis, or, like, Freya, maybe. Honestly, I don't think you need it against Hades. Like, I don't think you need it against a lot of gods, unless they literally build, like, quadruple lifesteal. Like, if their entire build is healing, and they have a med, you know, that's gonna override what I just said, right? But just inherently, normal builds and whatnot, I think it's just Freya and Anubis, guys. Like, I think you're just hurting yourself by going Pestilence, at least on mages, where, like, you can abuse cooldown and mana really, really hard. You know, if you're like an Osiris and you want to get Pestilence, yeah, you're gonna go like, you're definitely gonna run out of mana here and there, and that sucks, but still, it doesn't hurt you nearly as much as it hurts like a mage to go Pestilence. Alright, we're gonna back here. Obviously, we have 3,300 gold. Why do we have that much gold? Because we can. I'm simply just allowed to stay out as long as I want and do pretty much whatever I want anytime I want. So that's what we're doing, because I'm HEL. And Poseidon is a top duel god, by the way. Building, like I said, this build is not optimal, but let's be real. Like, I almost called you guys chat, like I'm streaming. Let's be real, though. Not chat. You know, this is not an optimal build in my opinion, but this is what the average player would build in Duel. Oh, dude. Okay, I have to cleanse, like, really early for that, I guess. I think I still got knocked up there at the end, which is bad for me. He did get Bull Demon, which I'm really not worried about at all. Especially if he's just going to stand there auto-attacking my tower and let me catch up to him. Hopefully we get the slow on him here. We did. Yeah, see, that's why I'm okay with him getting Bull Demon. Well, honestly, Bull Demon didn't even kill him there. It did, but it didn't have to. Like, he could have just gotten Bull Demon and still not did what he did, you know? Like, just run away. And maybe I wouldn't have caught him. Like, I barely caught him there, and he actually stayed and autoed that tower for, like, ages. So imagine if he just simply ran away. I could just get this tower right now, but I'll be honest, I'm really not sweating the tower. I'm more concerned with just overall farm and buffs. I can get that tower any day of the week. No problem. Alright, we're going to get a little bit of a tempo buy here. We're going to get the power potion, do this in a lot of games. Explanation being, it's just OP if you don't die, you know? I don't think I'm going to die to this guy, and cooldown's good, power's good, 500 gold is not a lot. That's a polyproc. Ooh, I threw my one there in case you guys didn't see, but like threw the Kraken, but I think I either missed or it just wasn't in range. See, like right here, I can just get this tower pretty much for free. Actually, I'm not going to get it here because, ooh, because my Aegis is down. That's why we're not pushing the tower here. It's obvious. It's obvious. What do we want here? I think we just go Pen, right? I think HEL could definitely go that build I showed you guys in the Hebo one with like Bancrofts and triple lifesteal. I think she definitely can do that. But especially, oh my god. Well, dang, I was gonna try to get that with Poly. I don't even know if my Polyproc was up or if I wasted it right there or not, but... Poly. Could have won them, but we got the Polyproc up. I think this matchup, I'm not 100% certain who wins it, actually. Like, because I see it from both sides. I see it from Poseidon's side, where, like, this 40% slow, which it is a 40% slow if you didn't know, this 40% slow is absolutely absurd and can kill him very easily since he doesn't have a way out of it. He only has movement speed increases. He doesn't have a jump or a dash or a teleport or anything of that nature. So, like, I see it from Poseidon's perspective where, like, this slow is just crippling for him, man. But I also see it from HEL's perspective where if this guy goes sprint and hasten ring and all that stuff and simply just runs it at me, and I end up missing 1 or 2 abilities. Like, that's all it takes. If I just miss 1 or 2 abilities, or maybe like throw in a polyproc or something, if I miss those, then I will end up not killing him. And it's easy to miss because he's a super fast character sprinting around in circles. And so if I miss anything and he just simply presses 2 and misses every other one of his abilities, I'm pretty sure I die late game. So it's like, it's winnable on both sides, I think, but it's definitely HEL favored in the sense of I think I have better buff secure and better wave clear and better just overall. Like, I'm a better character overall in the early game. And early game is very important. What the things I'm referring to Poseidon doing are late game things, so. Like, look at this slow, man. Look at this slow. This poor guy, dude. Nothing he can do. I do want to... Do I want to give him one more fight? I do want to give him one more fight, man. I think so. That's kind of like an anti-climactic... Dude, I can never say that word. Anti-climactic end? Dude, I literally... I've had this problem forever. I cannot say that word for some reason. Honestly, I'm gonna put this here, even though I don't even think I'll be able to build it. I'm gonna put it here just to show you guys that this is tech and duel, and it can be very good on mages that perhaps maybe need double defense, but you don't want to go double defense because it's a little scummy, and also you want to do damage, like HEL, for example. E-Staff is actually underrated in duel. I'm not saying it's amazing. It's usually just a 6 slot buy, but it can be very clutch. It really can be good. And now that I have a red buff, let's see if I just destroy this guy. See if I land my abilities here. Dude. Okay. Alright, well, we missed literally everything, but it doesn't matter because we're HEL, ladies and gentlemen. We are HEL. It's that easy. I appreciate you guys watching the video. I guess, should I do a build thing? Yeah, I'll stay consistent and do a little bit of a build thing here at the end. Show you guys some of the options. I will say that if you're interested in like my normal mage build, and when I say normal mage, I mean like basically any mage that doesn't have inherent healing in it, in their kit. I'm gonna back out before this guy says something, because the only time that guy has ever typed in chat to me was to curse me out in Spanish, and I don't really want that in the video particularly, especially since I'm not gonna even sit there and argue with them for content. I'm just gonna leave immediately after, so there's that. But anyways, so again, the Hebo video, the video posted previous to this one, shows the normal Bancroft's glyph build. And I don't usually think I would do that on HEL. I'd say usually the build is pretty consistent. You almost always do this. It's these first 3 items. It's just like Chronos. You almost always do this. Hades can do this as well. Polynomicon just works so well with HEL because she has so much damage in her kit, but she's missing just that little tiny bit to maybe last hit them with, which the poly helps. And also the poly helps with Bull Demon, it helps with Titan, it helps with Tower Push, it gives you some lifesteal, it has synergy with Book because it has mana. Just a good item all around. Oh, and HEL has like 1 billion abilities to proc it. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. But either way, you go these these things, and then in most situations, I would say you want this. That's like your optimal situation. But if you need anti-heal, obviously you're gonna have to go. Here, let's just take this off. Penetration. I'll do it just like I did in the Hebo video to make it consistent. So this is your build. This is your 5-slot build against most people that have healing. And then last item, I think honestly you can do whatever you want. Like legitimately, I'm going to put this as a defensive option. Item is not bad, especially when you need CCR, like when you're against heavy stuns, things like Ymir. Ymir does get played in duel. Things like, it's not just like heavy stuns, like the amount of them, it's more of duration. Ymir has a 2.25 second stun, important. Anubis has a 2-second stun, I believe, that it scales up. Important to have CCR against these type of characters. And the option used to be, oh, and Hades has a 2-second fear. The option used to be Bulwark. It was a magical defensive item that gave you CCR. That's no longer a thing. Now our best bet is like, what? I think we could buy Oni Hunters if we wanted, which is probably bad. So don't do that. So yeah, this is definitely a viable option. But most of the time, Last item, I'm probably just going to build either... Yeah, I'm probably just going to get like a rod, I'd say. This would probably be my build. And say you don't need anti-heal. What's like the best runner-up item here for when you don't need any anti-heal? Let's see. Honestly, it might just be the E-Staff. Like, I think the E-Staff is really good. But there, we'll do that. So, if you don't need anti-heal, your build would then look like this. Boom. And this slams. HEL used to be better, in my opinion. Just a little bit. Used to be better in the sense of she could buy Book of the Dead. Book of the Dead used to be your last item here, and it was super OP and super strong. That is unfortunately gone, so HEL got weaker, but she is still good. So I'd say most games, though, your build's probably going to look something like this, or look something like this. And just as a random, like, this kind of goes for a lot of gods, if we're being real here. Get beads when you need it. But HEL is one of those gods where you need to buy beads, guys. She gets caught in her animations. Her 3 animations are really slow. Her 2 animations are, yeah, I mean, they're not slow, but they're kind of slow. Her switching stances can be slow. Like, a lot of people think that, oh, I'm against an Ao Kuang, he has an execute. I have a cleanse, easy win, no beads. No, you still get beads. I'm against a Hades. I can just cleanse out of his ult, right? I don't need beat. No, you need beads, guys. You need to look at cleansing as a way out of most situations, but not all situations. And in a game mode where one death late game loses you the game, yeah, you want to be prepared for all situations, so you're going to want beads a lot. A lot of people don't go beads. I don't know why. Another thing is, don't be afraid to buy med if you don't need anything, which sometimes you do need to go beads. Sometimes you do need that sprint. Sometimes you need that early game shell to help you, or that whatever. But if nothing is screaming your name that you need, don't be afraid to go med. And when I say don't be afraid, is some people think because it's a healer, I'm not allowed to build lifesteal. I don't build a ton of lifesteal on her, but Polly has lifesteal. Because it's a healer, I'm not allowed to go a healing relic. Meditation, besides like level 1 through like 6, is not a healing relic. At least that's not the way I look at it, and I don't think it's the way you should look at it. Meditation is a cooldown reset relic. And so you can upgrade this relatively early, like right after Polynomicon, probably, I would say, or right after Divine Ruin, you know, somewhat early into the build, after 3rd or 4th slot. You know, around the middle of the game, you upgrade this bad boy. You use all 6 of your abilities. You know, you slow them, maybe you don't cleanse if you don't need to, but you slow them. You pop your 1, your 3 in both stances, and then you med, and you get the cooldown reset on all 5 of those abilities, potentially all 6 of those abilities at the same time, and thus giving you more abilities to pop Polynomicon with. But you know, maybe that's not that important of a detail. But the point is med can be very, 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 very strong, the cooldown med, if you can afford to build it. Sometimes you can't. There's a lot of matchups where like you pretty much need to have beads Aegis or beads sprint. You know, you need like, oh, and another thing I'll say, I don't know if I can show you guys it, because I don't know how to pull up the upgraded relics here, but Sprout, the Entangling Wings sprint or whatever, is really clutch for HEL against a lot of characters like auto attackers and stuff like that chase you and need to run you down, like Bakasura, for example. I'm gonna just tell you right now, you should be banning Baka, you should be banning Scotty, you should be banning Bastet. But if you are in a situation where you're against a Set, you're against an Ao Kuang that wants to press his 2 and run at you, you're against a Bakasura, whatever, Sprout is going to be your best friend on HEL. You definitely need that in certain situations. I think that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate you guys watching the video. It does mean a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you guys in the next one. And again, by the way, remember to comment and let me know, do I sound better? Do I sound worse? Do you simply not care? It sounds fine either way. And another thing, just a random little thing I'll add at the end here is, if any of you guys have any tips on like how to make the videos look better, like if you have actual experience, don't just give me some Google stuff. I can Google, okay? If you have any experience on how to make the videos look better, I know my videos don't look super great. I know they're watchable, you know, they're watchable, but I know they could definitely look a lot better. And if you guys have any tips, let me know. Either way, I appreciate you guys watching the video. It does mean a lot to me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.